girl never expected that in a world blessed by beast gods, she would receive the power of the gorilla god. As the strongest combat-type beast god, she not only gained combat skills, but also awakened overwhelming brute strength. Coincidentally, she was chosen by the Knight Order. As the only female on the field, she had no choice but to join the Knight selection. Not long ago, Jenny was just an ordinary student at a noble school, but due to her status as the daughter of a count from a remote region, she was excluded by her classmates. She thought that kind of life would go on forever, but unexpectedly, at the beast god's blessing ceremony, she received the blessing of the gorilla god. However, she didn't tell anyone about it, because the power of the gorilla was terrifying, with grip strength exceeding 500 kilograms. Soon, Jenny's life was affected by her newfound strength. When the principal found out, he called Jenny in for a talk, hoping she would participate in the Knight selection. As the strongest combat-type beast god, everyone who had this power had become a knight, and as the only female to obtain it, Jenny couldn't escape the same fate. With no choice, Jenny tried to fail the selection. Time quickly passed, and the day of the squire selection arrived. The examiner was Jack, the youngest squire in the kingdom. He immediately noticed Jenny standing not far away. Soon, the first test, a 100-meter sprint, began. Since John had a speed-based beast ability, he volunteered to go first. As expected, John's sprinting time was far beyond normal. Next, it was Jenny's turn. But right as the race started, Jenny lost control of her power and crashed straight through the wall at the end. Luckily, she managed to stop herself in time. When the dust settled, Jenny was shocked to see the huge hole she had left in the wall. Even more shocking, she wasn't hurt at all. And just like that, Jenny passed the first test. Soon, the second challenge began, tower descent. This test required candidates to climb down from the top of the tower, with their performance timed for evaluation. George quickly volunteered to go first, and demonstrated a solid passing time. But when it was John's turn, his fear of heights made him hesitate. Seeing this, Jenny offered to go down with him, promising to help if anything went wrong. Encouraged by her, John found the courage to try. While the test was going smoothly, a sudden gust of wind blew in, causing John to lose his balance and snap his rope. At the critical moment, Jenny grabbed him in time. Just as they were celebrating their luck, the rope snapped again due to the weight. As they were about to fall, Jenny unleashed the full power of the gorilla god. Everyone watching was stunned by the scene. John was deeply grateful that Jenny saved him. Before the next test started, Jack suddenly called Jenny over. He had noticed that her hand was injured, so he gently helped bandage her wound. Jenny couldn't stop staring at Jack until he spoke, which finally made her blush. But due to her injury, Jenny had to skip the afternoon's training. That's when she suddenly realized she might not need to become a knight after all. But what made her feel a bit sad was that she wouldn't get to see Jack again. Later, Jenny heard from John that Jack had become a knight at just 15 and was a master swordsman, which made him very popular. Jenny felt a growing sense of distance between them. Just then, she saw some candidates bullying George, mocking him for being the child of a mistress. Seeing this, Jenny and John stepped in to stop it, but were mocked by the group instead. When they tried to hit Jenny, John blocked the punch with his own body. George couldn't take it anymore, and immediately knocked one of them down. As the situation was about to escalate, a man suddenly grabbed Jenny's wrist. Jenny instantly flung him away. Under everyone's stunned gaze, the man was thrown across the yard, and just like that, the bullies ran away in fear. John stared at Jenny in disbelief. George realized she had the gorilla god's power, and looked at her with admiration. This event brought the three of them together as friends. John hoped that all three of them would pass the exam. Jenny fell silent. She thought she would fail, but the principal notified her that she had passed. Not only that, two new classmates joined their class, and it just so happened to be John and George. Jenny was terrified they'd greet her, because the class would turn on her in jealousy. Even so, John still waved and greeted Jenny, and now all her classmates were jealous of her. Jenny realized that her school life was destined to be anything but ordinary.